Warning, this is our Bravo recap show. It's not like our Amazing Race or Survivor recaps, it's very NSFW, and that means not safe for fucking work. Or anywhere else where you don't want people to hear us talking about blowjobs, cursing, and other crazy shit that's shown on Bravo. Enjoy!
I may live in Seattle, but I always have a sunny disposition.
I know exactly who my friends are. They're all named Benjamin.
I'm Eric, and I have a dog.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our super amazing Bravo recap show. Oh my goodness, we have so much to cover today, but first, you know the deal. You can follow me over at Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps.
Hey everyone, it's John Richardson. Always excited to talk about my favorite Bravo shows. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
Okay, so now I'm gonna see how fast I can do this for everybody. Okay, ready, John? Number one, oh my goodness, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Saturday the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. We are being joined by Alyssa and Gina Marie for our super special Amazing Valentine's Day show.
Okay, I have to hold my head because it's about to explode.
Huh? I know. We're gonna be answering all of your guys' love, relationship, any questions you have, dating. We're gonna be answering them all.
Yes, we're gurus. We've been watching the Millionaire Matchmaker and all of those matchmakers, so we're kind of almost certified as experts. But you be the judge by tuning in.
Tune in, and the show's just like our regular reality check show, even though it's the Valentine's Day edition, so you guys are controlling it. We're going to be answering your questions, giving you guys advice. So much fun. Okay, one more note. This is the last week to help out Jeffrey Marks, who's usually on our Bravo recap show, by donating to the Reality Rally fundraiser for him. The links will be below. It all goes to cancer research, Michelle's place, but this is the last week. He just needs a little bit more money to reach the goal. A little bit more help.
The deadline for this first goal is February 15th. He has to reach at least 300. I know he's at 307. We are monitoring you, Jeffrey, so we want to see you there. So we're going to help you. Yeah,
and he has to reach 400. He's just over 300. And, come on, we're going to help him too. Don't you all worry. But you guys, if you can, help him out, because more on all of our super amazing reality rally news will be on our Valentine's Day show.
Yes.
Lastly, thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It really helps support our show, as does using that Amazon link over on the homepage. And for all of you Opposite Worlds fans, if you guys haven't checked out our daily vlogs yet, later on today, I will have a special daily vlog for you, which I will be inserting my interview with Angela from Opposite Worlds that I just had 10 minutes ago. And oh my God, for you Opposite Worlds fans, there's a reason she's been MIA. And OMG, no LOL.
What?
You mean WTF? Because OMG.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the Angela interview will be in today's daily vlog, which will be up later tonight. The links to everything that we're talking about is, of course, below. And then later tonight, John and I, possibly Dana, will be chatting during Opposite Worlds over at yourrealityrecaps.com/oworlds during the show. But John, we need to get into Bravo. And I'm going to start by saying, I told you so. I hate to say I told you so. No, I don't. Told you so. I told you so in Atlanta. I told you so in Beverly Hills. And I triple scoop told you so on Vanderpump Rules. So where would you like to start, John?
Well, I never want to start with Vanderpump Rules. So let's just dig into Atlanta. Holy Mother of God.
Now, I know, John, from when I call you a lot like this, and I'm like, boop, 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 John Richardson, hey, girl, how you doing? And then John always says, what do you say? What do you say when I call you and say, hey, girl?
Like what? What do you want?
No, you always tell me that that's rude, that that's not nice, it's shameful to gays, and you shouldn't call gay men girls. Which leads me into the fallout with Nene. We're going to get to the fight. We're going to talk about all that, but I think we should not bury the lead because it is all over Twitter right now. Everybody is talking about the Nene drama that she has called Brandon a queen in a derogatory way this entire episode when she has built her career off of gay people and impersonating gay people and lingo. And so what do you think of it, Sean? What do you think?
I think people are blowing it out of proportion. Nene is not. She loves the gays. The gays love her. We love her so much she can call us queens. Who cares? Get over it.
Okay, well, I feel differently. I think
you would, girl. You would, girl.
Because here's the difference, and we keep our shows funny. So I'm just being the voice of the people on social media right now. I'm fine if Nene was like, ooh, you two are some fierce queen. Like, I would be fine with that. That's not what she's saying.
Fine with stereotypes then. Okay, great. Go on, voice of Twitter.
Voice of Twitter. But she didn't say it that way. She was like, Brandon's a nasty little queen.
Yeah, Brandon is.
Yeah, but that's okay for us to say. I don't know that's okay so much for a straight person to say because she's saying it in a way that emasculates him and makes it as if, like, you're gay and a queen, so you're less than a man.
You know, I didn't see it like that. I saw Brandon trying to get as much 15 minutes being Kenya's friend as he can and then jumping in that whole thing with her. That's what I see. And was he being like a little nasty queen? I think he kind of was. Okay?
Okay, well, hey, everybody, it's The View. You guys...
And I'm Jenny, and you're Barbara.
I am so not Barbara.
You're so Barbara.
You guys comment below and let us know what you all think. And, of course, interact with us on Twitter and let us know what you think. I personally think John is just on the shit list with so many reality stars. He needs to kiss ass to Nene. And I don't care about her bloop, blonk, and bleep.
I don't. Mm-hmm. I'm about to bloop blank you because Nene is not doing it disrespectfully, and I think everyone on Twitter can be a little sensitive, okay? Lighten up, people.
Well, now, Nene took to her blog. She took to her Bravo blog. Oh, my God, for the first time. Because let me just tell you, Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I always say is the best of the Housewives shows that is on.
Right now.
You will do a blog, because I'd appreciate it. Like, they don't do blogs all season long. But all of a sudden, Nene decided to write a blog. Somebody told me on Twitter, I don't know if this is true or not, they said the Real Housewives of Atlanta refused to do the blogs because Bravo changes them. And that's why they don't do their blogs. So I don't know if that's true or not, and I apologize to the person who told me on Twitter. I don't remember your name. But yeah, so Nene went and put out a blog and said, oh, please, Lawrence and the other guy have a show called
I think that's
Fashion
more
Queens.
disrespect the other guy.
Well, you know, all black people look the same. Kidding, everybody. Comedic video recaps.
That's worse than what Nene said.
No, but she said that they had the show Fashion Queens.
They do.
Therefore,
Miss
that's
Lawrence.
when Bravo, Miss Lawrence. So is then Bravo being homophobic. But again, I think it goes back to, no, there's a difference from using the word queen or any word in a way that is building people up versus how Nene was using it, which was cutting him down to say, you're less than a man. I'm just saying, that's all. That's my whole
I think
point.
people have too much time on their hands. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, good. I say, everybody, you guys will comment below and let me know what you think, because apparently the cast seems to be agreeing with me as we saw them all kind of maybe a little bit start to turn on Nene live in the real world. Like, not on the show.
I understand, and I don't agree with, Nene meant no disrespect. I think that, she was probably doing a little bit of digs. But do I think Nene instigated that whole thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. She instigated it. Okay? And now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually defending Kenya again. Who am I? Help me. Kenya, she's right. She should be able to get up and walk across a hotel room. I absolutely agree. I think she was set up by Nene, and I think that is the issue, my Twitter people, okay? Not the queen.
Is this what a stroke feels like? Right arm. What arm is it in the camera?
Is the sky red? Is the sky red?
I was like, are you going to really sit there and say Nene did not instigate it? She was on speed, or she took like two Adderall.
Crazy.
Yeah. Or
listening to some of those questions she was picking out, absolutely she instigated it.
And, you know, her defense is, I was just trying to clear the air and get all this stuff out there. You can get all the stuff out there without twirling around in your...
Or being in our pajamas, yeah.
Right. Exactly. Now, not Cynthia, Kenya, on Watch What Happens Live, brought up a really good point. Mm-hmm. And she said... Here's the bottom line, everybody. Nene had these jobs in Hollywood. She was on Glee. She was on The New Normal. The production needed somebody to come in to be the new Nene. And that's the role that I was going to fill. I was going to be the new fabulous twirl Nene as the show progressed. Then New Normal got canceled. Glee got canceled. Now Nene's back and realizes her job's in jeopardy. She needs to start doing all this crazy shit again to remain relevant on the show. And I think Kenya has a point there.
She does, and good for Nene for fighting for her job.
Oh, okay.
Because she is a rich bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Blump, 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 blump.
It's Blanc. It's Blanc.
I'm doing my version. That's the Comedy Jonah version. It doesn't sound as strong because I'm white and Native American, but Blanc, Blanc, Blanc.
It sounds a little racist. So, sounds a little cracker.
No, I'm having a stroke.
So, yeah, oh God, Nene, I can't. I'm just over Nene. I say I'm right. Twitter is agreeing with me. Chat's agreeing with me. You are wrong, John. Survey says,
listen, I don't have to be, a sheep, all right? I have my opinion. I disagree. I don't think Nene's homophobic. I think Kenya's little friend is kind of a little scuzzy queen by sitting there and just, I'm not going to file a police report because of the children. Aren't you just so sweet? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why I love you, because you're a kind soul. Was that scene about?
I like
Good Lord.
Brandon, I'm even wearing red in your honor this episode to pay homage to your nightgown.
His blood.
Oh my God. Oh, well, that's a threat
Spilt
from
blood.
Comedy Jonah.
Spilt blood.
Mm-hmm.
Just threatening you.
So what did you think about the way Bravo finally did their trick editing? And I can't really complain because they have not done it in a while, but they kind of left us hanging where we thought that Apollo was going to beat the shit out of Brandon again, and then we saw, nope, it all just kind of dissolved into nothing. But then we got Kandi giving us some Janet Jackson realness. Oh my God, I loved her. Loved her.
Just like the devil hair too, right? Just went insane. And I love Cynthia. Just looking at her face. Like, I love it. I do that too. I just love it. I just,
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. I wanted Kandi to just break out and like, what have you done for me lately? She's like, she was so jacked
Kandi is she's so tiny next to Cynthia too. I mean, she can like punch her in the crotch. I never know.
I love Cynthia's reenactment of Brandy. I was like, not Brandy, Kandi. I love her being like, whoa, what are you gonna do? I can't do it because I can't move in this chair.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I loved it. I loved the whole
love.
And I have to say, I agree with Kenya again. Here comes Phaedra now. Here comes Phaedra after the fact. You know, Candy's getting them all together in a spa, and then here comes Phaedra. Let's make this into a, race issue, or black people shouldn't be portrayed this way on TV. No, it doesn't have nothing to do with race. Yes, I get that there are I get that there are racist people who are going to be like, this is the way all black people act. But those people are ignorant, and you're never going to change their minds. So, nice try, Phaedra. It is about Apollo being a freaking insane is what the fight's about. So using that to try and let them not talk about it. No lawyer, Phaedra.
Okay, us agreeing so much with Kenya Moore. I mean, Jeffrey Marks would slap us in the face.
I know, people.
I know.
Go back to our shows from last season when we called her the Black Devil all the time.
It's a good, I know, right? It's a good thing we wouldn't, like, if we had to pay $1 for every time we used her name in a good way, Jeffrey's would have the $400. He'd have it already.
It's true. He would.
So
Jeffrey would. We're working on it. We're working. So I loved it. I loved everything about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, did you feel like Greg was really being aggressive the way Kandi said he was? Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Greg's very aggressive. I see him, we've seen him aggressive with Cynthia. He was aggressive with Kandi. And then all of a sudden he just turns on the light fluffiness. She's got his number. She's calling it.
Okay, well, you guys comment below and let us know what you thought of all of the shenanigans going on this week in The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And get ready for next week, because that really seems like the turning point where the cast is going to be a little bit less on Nene's side, because we see she decides to make a charity event all about her.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be good. Is there anything else you want to talk about from Atlanta this week, John? Oh,
I would like to talk a little bit about the open call for Kenny's musical.
Okay, go ahead.
What was the song?
What was the song? America the Beautiful.
No, it wasn't. It's Amazing Grace. I'm auditioning right now for Kandi's musical. How sweet the sound. Let me know, Kandi, if I got it. Let me know. I'm ready.
Well, according to the coming attractions for next week, freaking Dildo has it. What's her name?
Portia.
She can get it. Anybody can probably get it.
Wow. No, I'm finished.
I just had to leave the fight. I couldn't handle it.
What was the jumping? When she was exercising with that
it's
vocal
called
trainer.
Breath control, John. It's you need to, we these days the kids don't understand because nothing is live. It's all just playing a track. But there used to be a time when you were performing live, you actually sung and people cared about those sort of things.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Yeah, it's like the 80s.
Yeah, like the 80s. Hey, speaking of 80s hair, let's move over to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I'm going to just start right off the bat because I want to get her out of the way with Joyce Hoyce. So, you might have noticed she really wasn't in last week's episode, and the only thing she was doing in this episode was some stretching, Pilates. Now, I read her Bravo blog. Apparently, there has been a lot of issues at the time of filming going on with her family in Puerto Rico, and she was doing a lot of flying back and forth, and apparently whoever this person is passed away. So that is why she was really not on this episode and not on last week's episode. So.
Well, I love how you properly pronounce the J with the H sound, but you can't do it with Jennifer Jimenez's name.
Jimenez. Jimenez. We love you. We do.
We do love her.
Okay, so I'm going to let you kick it off. What do you want to talk about from Beverly Hills to this week? I'm going to let you kick it off. I have a whole list, but I'm letting you kick it off.
Well, I mean, should I just start with the obvious? I mean, obviously it was, Bash Lisa Vanderpump episode. Everyone had something to say. Everyone says that she's got an agenda. who cares? Why are they acting like the word agenda is like a dirty 4-letter word? Who cares that she has an agenda? Don't you think all those other women on the show have an agenda? Why are they on the show if they don't have an agenda? I don't understand, and I'm still trying to figure out why Lisa Vanderpump is just so bad with her agenda. You know, we've watched her be nice to Brandy. We've watched her get her modeling job so she has extra money so she could have moved out of that shit house, which she finally did. You know, there's good and bad with every friendship, right? I don't get why Lisa is just this monster. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So to recap, for anybody that didn't watch our Bravo show like 2 episodes ago, Lisa now tweets John, so he thinks they're best friends and is now defending her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's got me.
All right, fine. Let's start at the beginning. And yes, the entire theme of this episode is like everybody against Lisa. And we see Yolanda with Mohammed, and she's throwing shade at Lisa. Like, how could she not know that we were going to be here for the party? And then Mohammed's like, oh my God, Lisa's going to kill you. There's a camera right there. We shouldn't be saying this. But whatever, I thought it was interesting that Yolanda was throwing shade at her. Now, I will also say, late-breaking news coming in from one Dana Goodyear, who is our Bachelor blogger at the moment. And, you know, she chats a lot during the shows. She just sent me a tweet saying Yolanda has to sell their Malibu dream home due to her Lyme disease. So there you go. People should be following Dana if you want some Housewives news. And I said there must not be enough lemons. Mm-hmm.
I'm dying.
Yeah, that joke was funny when I did it at the beginning.
But I'm more animated than you.
It's true. I can't move. I'm in this like box hole that nobody.
Because you're frozen.
You'll get to see one day. Okay. Let's move over to Carlton for a minute. Oh my God, Carlton. John, I can't wait for you to defend Carlton now. So we see Carlton sitting there crying. I was part of apartheid, and that is the most horrible thing that you can call me anti-Semitic, and blah. And then we find out, like, she just kind of slips it in. Oh, and my husband's whole entire business is based basically on the Jewish community. So God forbid I get labeled anti-Semitic on this show. His whole entire business would crumble. Of course. That's what you're crying about, Carlton. Shut the fuck up.
She was crying because if all the Jews left the business, she would be poor. And then how could I not have these parties with all the strippers if I can't? Oh, my playroom, I'd have to give up my sex playroom. Of course, I would be crying too. Yes. Kyle.
Carlton is
just... me or her?
She's just a hypocrite. She's a walking, talking hypocrite. Like, she literally, whatever it is she is saying about Kyle, she is literally doing the exact thing that she's complaining about Kyle about. Like, I don't get it. I don't get her.
Sounds like she's got an agenda.
She does have an agenda. I agree. She has an agenda.
He's calling her out on it, except for you.
No, well, believe me, we're going to get into agendas and a lot in a minute. Mm-hmm. First, can we talk about the part of the episode that I know had us both laughing out loud while we were watching? And it was Kim bumping into Lisa as she was leaving. Oh my God, Kim.
Oh my God, I was dying.
I love a sober Kim who gives shit to Lisa Vanderpump. And like, oh, I was in North Carolina, Kim.
You want to see my photos? I've got photos of my vacation. Are you sure? I couldn't make it to your party. I couldn't do it. Oh my God, I was loving it.
Loved it. And I loved every time that Kim tried to say I was at a charity, it kept coming out as chatty. So she was like, oh, I was at a chatty, Lisa. I loved it. Oh God, Kim, I love you. Thank you for being sober-ish.
Love it.
Now, because you're just brilliant. I love me some Kim Richards this season. So yeah, that whole exchange was super funny. Now, can we also talk about this magazine shoot, which is the epitome of why I can't stand Lisa Vanderpump or rich people in general? So here she is. She calls in Stassi, like, come on, Stassi, come be a part of the shoot. Then she's like, Stassi, I know how much you want to be in fashion, so the publicist is here for the magazine. You go and work with the publicist. Let me just break this down for you people. If I was the publicist from this magazine and we're doing the cover shoot for the episode and Lisa Vanderpump is here and then all of a sudden friggin' up walks Stassi, hi, Lisa said I could help, I would be like, get the fuck away from me, you psycho. Who the hell do you think you are? That's the way the world works, Lisa. You can't just pull people into, now Stassi's a publicist or she's a fashion person. Oh, now you have to do a little work. You have to actually walk and pick something up. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm Stassi.
What about her spoiled little face when Lisa talked about how she was donating the clothes to the poor? And she's like, well, but I'm a waitress. I'm poor too. But then we find out later on that she'd been MIA and Lisa was mad at her. But whatever, we'll get to that Vanderpump Rules later.
Seriously, I cannot wait to talk about how right I am when we get to Vanderpump. Oh, just wait. So yeah, I thought that was all very funny, and it all kind of led up. The whole entire episode was leading up to this conversation between Brandi and Kyle, where I have to say, really, I thought it was going to be about more than just, once again, I feel like Lisa is manipulating everything. Because get ready, John.
So?
I agree with you. Lisa's manipulating everything. But here's the thing, Brandi. Unlike the rest of the cast, Lisa is shooting 2 shows. She is making Beverly Hills and she's making Vanderpump Rules. And she was making the finale, and that's the way reality TV goes. We already know pretty much that Vanderpump is fake and scripted. Brandi confirmed it on Watch What Happens Live last night. Told y'all so. So there's no mystery there, but I understand why Brandi's upset. The root of Brandi's problem is what we have said all along, John. Lisa, if you're gonna be this caring, compassionate, mothering person, be it to her in her real life, not just when the cameras are rolling. So that's where Brandi is hurt. Because she feels like everything is just fake with Lisa. It's all for show. It's all.
But it's fake with all of them. I mean, Brandi and Yolanda were close until the cameras are shut off. Well, Yolanda confirmed that on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks ago. I think Brandi might have went into this show thinking that, okay, they're going to shoot us, this and that. And now that the cameras are off, why won't anybody return my texts? I thought we were friends. I mean, really? You're in LA. Really, Brandi? You can't figure that out? I mean, even without the cameras, you're in LA, Brandi. You're in LA.
Well, I mean, and I hate to keep beating this dead horse, but hello for all our new viewers, because we have a ton today, and maybe we will get to some questions if we have time. Apparently, production tells them they are not supposed to hang out in between seasons and off camera. They're not supposed to, because then if something happened, we as viewers wouldn't understand why there's a rift and whatever. But a lot of them do hang out. I mean,
It's a lot of stuff.
I understand.
Yeah, a lot of stuff wouldn't be caught on camera. That's why they're not hanging out with each other.
Right, and they're not supposed to, because imagine, imagine this whole thing happened with Brandi and Lisa off camera in between seasons, then we come back, Lisa and, Brandi aren't talking to each other, we would all be like, why? Then they'd have to create some fake scenes, like over at Vanderpump. So, whatever. You guys comment below. Let us know what you all think about this drama between Lisa and Brandi and the whole cast turning on her. I've noticed Lisa did not put out a blog, but she's still on the train of saying that I think they might be suing Brandi for slander soon. Because apparently Brandi came out, she said that they filed for bankruptcy, they never really lived in LA or in Beverly Hills, and Lisa just keeps putting out tweets, as does Ken, saying, we never filed for bankruptcy, You can search our records and find out Brandy is slandering us. She's hurting our business. They're asking Bravo to retract anytime she says it.
But I just, and I mean, as much as Brandy and Ken get along and how, that's her boyfriend and I mean, she's attacking him too. So let's say Lisa has an agenda and, Lisa's just an evil witch. Brandy she's stooping to her level and doing the same or just as worse than she's accusing Lisa of. I don't know. I get frustrated with Brandy the hypocrite. And just like, lighten up and shut up, okay? Keep your cards closer to your chest.
I definitely think Brandy, but see, I love this part where we get to see a little bit of behind the scenes of what's really going on. Like, we know the truth of what's happening. We never get to see it. I was blown away that they were having the conversation basically saying Lisa is manipulating stuff off camera. She controls what we do, what we say off camera, and they were letting that be on the air, and I loved it. I loved getting to,
she now controls me, Eric. Lisa Vanderpump is my goddess.
Well, again, like Brandy said, and this can be like our transition over to Vanderpump. So Brandy was on Watch What Happens Live last night.
Yeah.
She basically said the show was scripted, Vanderpump Rules. She said she's pissed because she felt Lisa used their friendship as a way to advance storylines in Vanderpump Rules, mainly Sheena. So? Now, Lisa tweeted out last night and said, I never wanted Sheena on the show. Production forced me to do it, and that's the truth. And like, she tagged Andy Cohen, Bravo, and everybody in it. So stuff is being exposed on Twitter and
but even for Brandy to say that, it's more camera time for her. So what's the point? It's another time that she can talk about what a crappy ex-husband cheated on her. It's another moment that she can slander him and Leanne and all that crap, which is, thank God, finally over. You know?
She was super, like, they played word association on Watch What Happens Live.
I watched it.
Okay, well, there you go. She was nice. I
watched it, you sloppy queen. Huh?
Oh. Boy, okay, calm down, Nene. So there's not really much to talk about this Vanderpump Rules.
Really, reunion. Kristen's not. We can't talk about that.
Well, let's first talk about Katie really quickly. Oh my God, Katie dyed her hair back to brunette. Congratulations, Yay. Katie. You now actually had a point for once on the show. Just in case you were confused, Katie, your whole plot line this season has been you're an alcoholic, you flip the fuck out, your hair's orange. Now it's back to brunette. Congratulations.
Yay. And that was your plot line last time, too, except you didn't have the orange hair. Oh.
Yeah. Katie, you can leave
Like I said, you said it was scripted. I said that it was the same outline as last season because I think just Kristen and Jackson got switched around. Other than that, same show, same season.
Now, what did you think of Lisa in this reunion, like, stooping to their level, being like, shut up, Kristen, zip it, Kristen, quiet, nobody wants you here, Kristen.
Tom, you lied to my face, too, when I asked you. You lied right to my face. I think Lisa looks ridiculous. Sitting there, butting in, saying, but no, you lied to me too. We were all just as shocked when you told us that you and Adriana had made out 3 years ago. And oh my God, Lisa, no, hang out with girls your own age. Well, we've seen that, and that's not working out either. But find others. Yeah, it looks ridiculous that this is her staff. Like, I tweeted out saying, can we just fire everyone and start over? I'm done with all of them.
No, because as Lisa pointed out during the show, we can't fire anyone. They're all under contract, just like we all found out.
Burn it down. How can we fire the contract?
Well, Adriana, we found out, this is another thing I loved. We found out that Adriana was brought on to Vanderpump Rules simply because nobody would film with Sheena. And they needed somebody to film with Sheena, so they brought Adriana on. It wasn't an organic anything.
Yeah.
That's why she was brought on. Hey, now we have to bring her on to this scripted show. How are we going to do that? All right, we can pull a plot line out of their past where they made out. We also found out Tom has known since the beginning of this season that Kristen, the beginning of the shooting of the season, that Kristen had been cheating on him for the entire time. Yet they just
with other wait staff at SUR, and then we find out at the end she also slept with Jax. And we know that Tom has been cheating too. We thought it was one bottle girl in Vegas. It's now more than one, more than two. We now know he made out with Adriana at a poolside. We now know they're dating now. Which, poor Kristen probably pushed them together. Even Andy Cohen made a comment about it last night too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's just an ugly, ugly mess. Ugly.
It's all fake. It's all scripted.
All fake and ugly.
Anybody, I mean, Brandy outright said it, and if you read in between the lines of what everybody was saying, they also basically said it last night. And I feel like Lisa's role in that reunion by saying, I never knew, I can't believe you didn't tell me, was her way of trying to fight the battle ahead of the game that it's all fake. So she can sit there and be like, oh, you saw the reunion. I had no idea that all of this was fake. I'm just going to sit here and deny it all and tell Kristen to shut the fuck up because she might start revealing it. And she was the one who started to. So did Tom. So did Tom on Watch What Happens Live. He called out Lisa saying, hey, Lisa, you tell everybody what to say. You tell everybody what to do on the show. The show is scripted and fake, and they just need to admit it. I can't wait till next week when they try and convince us that that whole scene of him bashing the glass in Jax's face wasn't real. Because I was real.
Oh, the cuts? Did you see the forehead? It was perfect.
Oh, please.
I think he had one of those pills or whatever with the movie studios. They're in LA. It could happen. And just blood. Oh.
Yeah, even if there was blood, he did it on accident. He clearly didn't mean for that to happen. Whatever. It's all fake. But I love next week. Thank you, Tom. I love you. He goes after Stassi, and nobody does. Everybody bows down to her and gives in to her. And next week, he is not taking her shit. He is just like, STFU, Stassi. This show's not all about you.
And we know it's not all about her anymore because she's gone.
Yeah. So what did you think of that when Lisa was like, hey, Stassi, don't know where you've been for the last month. Glad you showed up to the reunion.
Yeah. Thanks for treating me like crap. All I've done for you. Whatever.
Yeah. It is interesting. So, is there anything you want to say about Beverly Hills or about Vanderpump, or do you want to plow through a few questions?
Let's get a few questions, absolutely.
Okay, so first up, we have John W., who is saying Carlton projects onto Kyle to get the focus off of her.
Ooh, John, I think you might be right there. I think Carlton is blowing it way out of proportion, and I think that would be a good reason why she is.
It is definitely.
What do you think, Ms. Curto?
No, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with John W. Mainly because
I love how I cannot stop calling you girl now.
And I'm just agreeing with you because I didn't hear one thing that you said because I was reading questions. But, hold on. Here is a good question. It is from Michael Riccardi. Oh, isn't that our Michael? Okay. He says, Queen isn't really that bad a word. I must be lost unless you come at me sideways. I don't care.
See, and Michael and I grew up in the same area, so that's why we feel the same way. Okay?
Well, good for you and good for Michael. I say yay. Let's see. Oh, here's one more question for Michael. He says, everyone was wrong, but the gay in the whole fight. but Mimi is ultimately to blame for it all, yelling at Kenya for being late, but the girls were all late but Kenya to the Savannah trip, and she didn't say a word. Yes, Michael.
I agree, Michael.
I agree.
I agree, girl.
No, that is rude, John. We are not calling them girl. Okay, let's get one more question from John W., who also agrees and says, it's so fake. How convenient that Ariana and Tom are dating just in time for the reunion.
It has to be. Right? That's another great point, John.
It is.
It works out perfectly, right?
It does. Well, I think that is about all of the time we have for this Bravo recap. But, John, why don't you go ahead and do your outro?
Hey, guys. Always fun chatting about our Bravo shows that we love. Please visit our website at yourrealityrecaps.com. Check out Dana's Bachelor blog. Check out Melissa's King of the Nerds blog. We have Robin's blog is going to be updated. Tyler's doing Kardashians, and Shaw's Sunset Witch finale is next week, so he will be doing his final blog on that. And of course, follow me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
And, you know, I also just want to say, everyone, we are listening to all of you. There are going to be big changes to the website coming up soon. It's going to be completely revamped. Hopefully, in the very near future. We're working on it. We're listening to you. There's going to be a whole new experience. I'm so excited about it. Don't forget, tonight we will be live chatting during Opposite Worlds over at yourrealityrecaps.com/oworlds, where you can also check out our 30-second recaps. They're really funny, or our longer shows with interviews. Of course, my vlog will be up later with the Angela interview. Thumbs up and subscribe really helps support our show, as does using that Amazon link. And of course, get your questions ready for Saturday night when we will be joined by Alyssa Gina Marie, taking your love, relationship, and giving you our advice on how messed up your love life is. So, that is all for now. We will see you